most questions in the world are causal, and most answers are not. So that's really something that's keeping me awake out at night, because I see all these mistakes every day that sometimes drive me crazy, because when you know causal inference, it seems obvious that it's wrong and misleading. And as most of these questions are causal and most answers are not, it leads to many costly mistakes. So I really want to change this and to contribute at least and do my best to change this clear issue. So if you open just a standard articles, it could be a LinkedIn post, it could be whatever, but just any articles, I see these mistakes daily. In particular, with the impact of AI here, 80% of companies cut jobs for AI. It didn't improve their returns. And then in the subtitle, you see that they mention correlates. And we all know correlation does not imply causation, right? So basically, you already between the title and subtitle have this heroic jump from basically using active action causal language, improving, it really causes something, while actually the evidence is correlational. So you cannot make this jump. And if you do it, it leads to misinformation, manipulation, and errors and costly mistakes in the business world. And you might think, well, that's maybe just from the news and any random articles. But it's not. The other day, someone forwarded this article from Nature to me, and I read the title: "Artificial Intelligence Tools Expand Scientist Impact but Contract Science Focus." So one of the three, let's say, top general science journal in the world, and you see the title suggesting with this causal language, causal evidence, expand contract. So it's really an action. It's about cause and effects. While actually, if you read the abstract, you don't even have to open the paper. You just read the abstract. It's relying on correlational evidence. And hence, again, even in top peer-reviewed articles, I see these mistakes daily. So I really try very hard daily to change this and to impact the world positively, such that we stop with these mistakes, or at least more people are armed to fight these mistakes. And so that's why I wrote the Causal Mindset Handbook, which is basically about conveying these ideas of how to think causally and question cause and effects in an accessible way. And that's one aspect. I did this with a book, but that's also what led to this event. I decided to bring causal inference to the world, in particular for the industry, and to make it accessible, such that we can have in the same room listening to this message technical people and non-technical people. Because from my experience, the companies where it works is when everyone can understand cause and effects and at least have this causal mindset. So, for example, in top companies where you have executives who understand these, and as well the technical people, and it facilitates, it maximizes basically the capabilities of using causal inference. So today, that's the plan. We'll have 3 hours, a bit less now, to listen to these 8 wonderful people, very knowledgeable, talking about the first block will be about causal inference in practice, really how does it work within a company, how you deploy it in a company. Also causal discovery, which is connected very closely to causal inference. And then we'll discuss about causal AI, these new frontiers and what it offers. And finally, a very hot topic at the moment, right, is can we automate? What are the pros, the benefits, the risks of automating with generative AI and LLMs?